home runs. I mean, just, you know, way uncharacteristic for you. I just didn't know, was it a health thing, a matchup thing? You got exposed more?
Wow, yeah. It was a frustrating thing. I know that. It was one of those things. I got hurt early in the year, and I did a couple things to change arm angle to alleviate some of that pain. And by doing that, I really just kind of screwed up my whole season because I tried to come back a little quicker than I should have, and I wasn't ready. And when you're not ready in the big leagues, you get exposed. And I got exposed last year, and there's no doubt about it. I mean, give up 20 home runs in 70 innings that's just too much.
Yeah.
I remember a couple years ago, I went 60-something innings and gave up a home run in the last game I pitched. And that was the first one all year.
Yeah.
So it was something new to me, and it was something totally different. But in the same sense, it's a great learning experience. You know, you start to understand what you did wrong and what you need to do to correct it. And there's no doubt I'll be better than that this year.
I mean, it's just, I would assume you're much more healthy right now than you were back then. So is it basically just going back to your previous mechanics? And then,
It's basically going back to what you know and what you understand about yourself and how to get guys out and how to get the lefties out. I've never really been a predominant get the lefty guy out, believe it or not. When I was starting, lefties probably hit about 230, 240 off me, and righties were hitting around 190. So it was one of those things. Last year, facing a lot of righties, I lost my changeup when I raised my arm angle. And when you lose that pitch against the left or against the righties, it's a big pitch. It was a big pitch for me. It was one of my better pitches. So, yeah.
What do you see in a guy like Dave Duncan?
Well, you know, you honestly, only thing I know is what I've heard, which is nothing but great things. And look forward to the opportunity to work with him. You know, and maybe there's something he can see in me, or that he's seen in me that, you know, he might be able to make an adjustment, and I could really start to flourish. You know, it's just one of those things that anytime you get a chance to pitch with somebody of his stature, you know, you're always up for that challenge and always look forward to something like that.
Brian, did you see yourself as a specialist before the Cardinals kind of brought it up?
You know, I don't really know what to even perceive myself as because I've never really been in a role, you know, right? You know, I've started 1 year, long relief, but I've done short relief. You know, it's just kind of been whenever the manager called me to go do the job, you know, I was always willing to do whatever, and I didn't really care. And that just goes to my love for pitching and my love for the competition. I don't really care what I do when I do it. You know, if it's the first inning, if it's the ninth inning, if it's the seventh inning, it doesn't matter to me. I just like to pitch.